So my name's Kate, and I am a psychologist from Heavy Metal Therapy, and I'm going to attempt to summarise this paper. And I've got Scott with me, who is, well, you're an ordinary person, are you not?
Well, yeah, I think so.
So basically, we're going to run through this and see if it kind of makes sense. And your job, Scott, is to let me know if it makes sense, and also to ask any questions or whatever that come up while we're talking through it. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Right, so the paper I've chosen is Sharman and Dingle, which is a 2015 one from the journal Frontiers in Neuroscience, and it was called Extreme Music and Anger Processing. And the reason why I've chosen that is because we use it a lot with heavy metal therapy around the idea of like how music can help process emotions. So I've been through it, and I'll kind of show. I'll talk you through what exactly they did. So first of all, what do they mean by extreme music? And apparently that's heavy metal, punk, screamo, hardcore, and all of the subgenres related to that. So it's anything that's kind of heavy, really.
There's a lot of subgenres.
It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And they start off by saying that some researchers have thought about how because that kind of music sounds angry, could it make people become angry, or even kind of make them act out on their anger?
Right.
So they were guessing that some people might choose to listen to angry music because they're already angry, so it like matches how they're feeling. And what they wanted to do is like test out what would happen if they made some people deliberately angry, and what would happen with to the music, and what impact the music.
Maybe it might cancel each other out. Like angry versus angry might equal calm.
Yeah, so that's what they were trying to look at. So does it make you already angry? Does it like make you angrier? Like what kind of happens? So what they did, so they're in Australia, these people, they got 39 young adults who all said they liked this kind of music, extreme music. And they asked them to fill out a questionnaire about what emotions they were feeling. And they also took their heart rate so that they could compare it for later. And then, this is cool, they did an interview that made them angry.
Wow.
So what you do is, apparently, you describe a situation in the past that makes you angry, and it's shown this kind of study to make people angry.
Yeah.
And then they got them to do this emotional questionnaire again. I assume to say, are you still angry?
Right. Yeah.
So then what they did is divided them into two. Half of them listened to music for 10 minutes from their own playlist of extreme music, and the other sat in silence for 10 minutes. And then they did the questionnaires again and answered some questions.
Okay.
So basically, they made them angry, got them to fill in loads of questionnaires, got them to listen to this music, got them to fill in the questionnaires again. There's a lot of questionnaires in these kind of studies, isn't there? Okay. So what they found that the people that listened to the angry music didn't get angrier. They relaxed when listening to the music.
Right.
People in silence also relaxed. So it could be the passage of time, or that was part of it. But compared to the people who sat in silence, the people that listened to music reported more positive feelings after listening to the like extreme music stuff.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So they conclude that metalheads use listening to music to engage with and work through anger and to increase positive emotions. So all of the participants reported that listening to extreme music improves their well-being. So all of them said that they found that it was helpful. So they then say it could be good for some research to be conducted about this, because the study was advertised as being about the potential benefits of extreme music. So because basically what they're saying is it could be a biased sample, because they've said if you like this kind of music, come forward.
Yeah. What about choosing people what don't like that type of music?
Yeah, so they think that they should do more research, like looking at. And also it was quite a brief anger experiment, so it'd be interesting like what happens like in a more natural setting, because obviously you're making people deliberately angry, which is not a very natural thing.
Yeah.
But basically they believe that some of the worries about metal and extreme music, like that it's bad for you, are not really grounded in evidence, and in fact it might be sort of helpful. So that's what they said, and then we use that now for some of the ideas of heavy metal therapy, really.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think? Does it make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. But
is it relatable?
Yeah, it's like when I said to you at the beginning, though, they may like angry versus angry might cancel each other out, and you were kind of, because I don't know, when I listen to angry music, it doesn't make me more aggressive or angrier.
No. And that is what the research shows, said that not only does it help people to relax, it also helps some of them to have like positive emotion.
Yeah. Sometimes, like if I'm feeling really sad, I won't put a really sad record on. I put something like upbeat and angry, maybe angry or whatever. But yeah, so I can totally understand that.
It's obviously a bit more. Yeah, there's a bit more to it than just like angry stuff makes you angry.
Yeah.